outrageous. What happened tonight, this is completely BS. This is shame. Shame for the referees, shame for the league to allow this. 23 free throws for them, and we get 2 free throws in the fourth quarter. Like, how to play the game. I understand respect for all stars and all that, but we have star players on our team as well. How's possible as Scottie Barnes, who is all-star caliber player in this league, he goes every single time to the rim with force, trying to get to the rim without flopping and not trying to get foul calls. He gets 2 free throws for the whole game. How's that possible? How are you going to explain that to me? They had to win tonight? If that's the case, just let us know so we don't show up for the game. Just give them a win. But that was not fair tonight. And this is not happening first time for us. Scottie Barnes is going to be all-star. He's going to be the face of this league. And what's happening over here during whole season, I've been holding it back. It's a complete crap.
I feel like they fouled and we didn't.
All right, Essay, 23 free throw attempts in the fourth quarter. Is that fair or foul?
Well, it seems a little foul when you look at the number and the discrepancy, but there's a couple of things that I think have to be taken into consideration. Number one, the Lakers were attacking the basket. That has to get taken into consideration. Anthony Davis had most of the free throws. He had 14 free throw attempts last night. That's number one. Number two, as the game waned, the Raptors were fouling intentionally, so those numbers are bloated to some degree. That needs to be pointed out. I think the other thing that the coach mentioned, he talked about Scottie Barnes is going to be the face of the league. Let's pump the brakes on that. Scottie Barnes is a damn good player. He's only 22 years of age. He's already averaging nearly 21, 9, and 7. Okay, or 21, 9, and 6 rather. Nearly. He's almost averaging that. The kid is a really, really good talent. He's got a bright future and stuff like that. But face of the league, somebody needs to remind him of who Anthony Edwards is, along with various others that are playing in this league right now, some young studs and superstars that are really, really coming up. So I wouldn't go that far. But I definitely appreciate his fervor. I appreciate his candor because obviously there was a discrepancy there. And anytime there's that big and that flagrant of a discrepancy, particularly on the Los Angeles Lakers home court, and you take into account how they looked as of late, most coaches would complain about something like that. Not to that degree, but they would complain. I appreciated the fact that he let us know how he feels as fervently as he did. Obviously, he think that his team got hosed to some degree. One could argue that he had a point because of the discrepancy, but the numbers were bloated again a little bit because they were fouling intentionally near the tail end of the game.
I love it, Stevie. I love it. He's got enthusiasm. He was passionate. You're right, Scottie Barnes is not Larry Bird, so that's a little rough with the face of the league. But he's just supporting his own player. I love the accent. I love everything about it. I hope the NBA gives him a break and doesn't fine him $50,000 for finding these.
They won't. They're not going to give him a break, Doggy. They will definitely.
Oh, they're going to fine him. Oh, I agree.
They're definitely going to fine him. Yeah.
Oh, that's protocol. They're going to. You knock the refs. They're going to fine. We all know that they are very, very sensitive with these officials. But I love what he said. I didn't see the game, so I can't analyze whether it got a bad whistle, a fair whistle. The Lakers are 17 and 18, and if you think that they want them 17 and 18, you're crazy. They want the Lakers to be good, and they've been, they won the other night, so now they get back to 500. So he's annoyed by the record, so he figures. But I love it. It's fun. You know what? It's the regular season. It's January. Toronto's always a team. They made the trade and everything else. They always get looked down upon. Good for him. A lot of passion. I wish the NBA leave him alone and just take it for what it is. He's frustrated after a close loss, but I'm okay with it. I really am.
Well, listen. I think it's just a reminder. I mean, clearly the games mean a lot to him. R.J. Barrett has gotten in the 5 games that he's played. He's looking pretty damn good, shooting well from the field and from three-point range. So is Emmanuel Quickly, shooting about 45% from three-point range, averaging about 18 a game for them. Listen, the trade looks like with the New York Knicks look like it's worked for both teams thus far with OG Anunoby in New York City. But to see this coach speaking so fervently on behalf of his players and just decrying the discrepancy and the unfairness of what transpired, I'll give credit where credit is due, and I absolutely agree with you. I do like it, especially because it's the regular season. If it were the playoffs, it's predictable. For him to be this fired up in a regular season, clearly he feels adamant that they were hosed. And more importantly, he's reminding us all about how he and those players care, which is always a great thing for the NBA. I don't want them to find them, but they will anyway.
The Raptors were definitely screwed by the officials last night. They need to do a better job of not taking the bait. The Lakers have a lot of textbook floppers, and Anthony Davis leads the way. He flails his arms, throws his head back, yells, falls to the ground. He'll do whatever it takes to get a foul call. The refs won't see any contact, but because of the players' reaction, they'll call the foul anyway. And the Lakers have a lot of players that are great at this. Austin Reeves, Anthony Davis, D'Angelo Russell. I saw a lot more flopping from the Lakers, as well as drives to the rim where they weren't even looking to score. They were just looking for contact so they could get to the free throw line. Steve Kerr just talked about this. It's not all on the officials. The NBA needs to make changes to stop incentivizing players to just hunt for contact. It's become a foul baiting contest. No matter how you slice it, that free throw discrepancy is ridiculous, especially considering the Raptors led the Lakers in points in the paint. It was 23-2 in the fourth quarter, and yes, the Raptors were intentionally fouling the Lakers at the end of that game. But even if you give the Lakers an extra 6 or 8 free throws, the difference is about 17-2, which is still out of control. Whether you're a Lakers fan or not, there's no denying that these fouls are damaging to the game. At some point, you have to let the players on the court decide the outcome of the game. You can't just have a free throw contest every night. Flopping is way too incentivized in today's NBA. The refs aren't enforcing it enough, and they're rewarding the players with free throws that they don't deserve. Whether it's Luka, Trae Young, Jason Tatum, a lot of players' minds have been programmed to draw fouls. We need to stop that way of thinking. The players shouldn't even be concerned about the refs. They should be focusing on scoring the basketball and finding the best shot for their team. But instead, they're constantly worried about the refs, looking over after every possession, wondering why they're not going to the free throw line, because last time they did. Rewarding it only makes it worse, because the players become entitled and start to believe they really deserve to go to the free throw line every single possession. Having more games like this, where the outcome is completely decided by flopping and free throws, will only hurt the NBA even more. There needs to be changes on how the game is officiated, otherwise it's only going to get worse. But that's all I have for this video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Was the Lakers and Raptors game decided by the refs? And don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more NBA content just like this, and I will see you in the next upload.